What was your interaction with a Karen? Don't forget to subscribe. My grandparents live on a lake, and the first 20 feet from the lake is communal property. I was about 10 years old and feeding the geese on the lake across from my grandparents' house. Then a Karen walked halfway around the lake just to tell me that I wasn't allowed to encourage them to poop on her lawn and that I had to stop feeding them immediately. When I told her that my grandfather said I was allowed, she marched me up to his house, rang the doorbell, and only deflated when she realized my grandfather was the president of the HOA and pissed at her for grabbing his granddaughter. From that point on I made it a point to scatter corn on the 20 feet directly in front of her lawn. Was at the park with my daughter, she was 3 at the time. Her and a couple other kids started to play together. Then she attempted to use the monkey bars. She's a very adventurous child. About midway through, she fell. I didn't do anything because she's fallen before and I want her to learn to get back up on her own and not be scared to try again. Anyway, one of the boys was about to get on the monkey bars too, until I heard a woman run toward him screaming to stop. She picked him up and looked at my daughter. Told her it wasn't smart of her to go on the monkey bars if she wasn't fully ready because then others might get that same idea. That's when I got up and went to my daughter's defense. Sternly told the woman to not speak to her that way and it's no fault of hers that she wasn't scared to try something new. She took her kid and left. I was working a back drive at a fast food joint years ago. An older Karen came driving in to give her order. Now, this location doesn't have a speaker due to a neighborhood ordinance, so all the orders in drive-thru are taken face-to-face. She orders a double cheeseburger without onions, and I ring it in, complete her order, and send her on her way. About 5 minutes after she's picked up her food she comes back through the drive-thru and says, "They put onions on my burger." I apologize, print her up a duplicate receipt to confirm to her and myself that I rang it in without onions. I then tell her that if she goes up to the front window and tells the manager who's working up front that they'll replace the burger for free made correctly, but that I can't do anything about it back here. She does so and they give her a brand new burger and an apology. I thought that was the end of the situation, but boy was I wrong. Karen called the state government on me, by name, demanding I be fired. If I recall correctly I was told that she called the Food Safety Department, the Chamber of Commerce and the Governor's office. The franchise owner called to say that it turned out that Karen is allergic to onions, and she straight up accused me of deliberately ringing her sandwich in wrong and trying to poison her, then printing up a false duplicate receipt of her order to make her look like a liar. Keep in mind that I read the receipt back to her and she confirmed it was her order. I didn't get along with the manager who was working at the time, but even he was like, "That's complete crap, it wasn't even his mistake, it was the kitchen's and we fixed it for her." The franchise owner was told by whichever branch of the state government called them that Karen had demanded that I be fired. I wasn't even written up, but I did stop wearing my name tag at work when I could get away with it. TLDR. The state government called on me by Karen because the kitchen messed up an order which got replaced free of charge. Could have been fired for a mistake that wasn't even mine,